This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is
Until Forever.
Till Forever Relationship Podcast, where we don't claim to be experts or gurus. We don't even claim to be on the same page all the time.
No, we don't.
We are just trying to what?
Figure this out.
No, it's not. It's not. We're just trying to do what?
Share our story.
Okay. And what do we hope happens from us sharing?
That others share their story with us.
Wow, because then we are all
helping each other.
And then what happens?
We're on this journey together.
And then what happens?
We're until forever.
What? It's not how it...
So I just let you say everything.
I don't know why. Listen, it may not seem like it, but she is the smart one.
Are you serious? That was an insult.
No.
It may not seem like it?
Well, because you don't never... Because you do be... I be talking a lot, and I be trying not to. And I be giving you cues, like, this is where you... But then you just be like... So then I gotta fill it in. I gotta fill in the air.
The air?
Yeah.
Oh, the air.
Okay, so...
You can't say crayon.
You can't say what? Okay. So, shoot, don't play with me today. I'm ready for you today. Last week
on Until Forever,
we showed you a clip, and I liked how that went. I don't know about you. That's something new we haven't done before. Isn't that new?
It is new.
Yeah, we like to do.
That was the first time we did it.
Yeah, we're going to do it again today. Matter of fact, here you go.
Never 50-50.
Yeah.
Ever. And so what we do is we quantify where we are. So if Steve comes home and he'll be like, I got 20.
Just in terms of energy.
Just energy, investment, kindness, patience. I'm at a 20. And I'll be like, I'll cover you. I got you, brother. Like, I'll pull the 80. Sometimes we come home, which we have done a lot. My mom has been sick. And I'll say, I've got 10. And Steve, like 2 days ago, said, I'm riding a solid 25. So we know that we have to sit down at the table anytime we have less than 100 combined and figure out a plan of kindness toward each other.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because the thing is, marriage is not something that's 50-50. A partnership works when you can carry their 20 or they can carry your 20. And that when you both just have 20, you have a plan where you don't.
What do you think about what you just heard?
Where are we starting with me?
Because we just talked about this and how it's always all about Corey. Corey always talking, and Sharonda never gets to talk. Matter of fact, I think people be messaging us and they'll say things like,
"No one."
He don't never let her
that.
talk. He don't never let her.
No one says that.
That's just, you remember what was that couple where that dude cheated and then he had his wife hand like this.
Oh, the dude. What's his name? Derek Jackson or something?
Derek Jackson. Let's react.
I can't take you serious.
That's what they was doing. And then he was like, you better smile while I'm talking. You better smile. We are happy together.
Yeah. So happy.
That's not what she did. You're doing it wrong. That's not what she did.
So happy.
We are happy together. Smile. Make him think it's okay. That's what he was doing. Wasn't that wasn't what he was doing?
Okay. So, anyways, the clip is talking about, I thought it was a very interesting concept because they're saying, like, there's no 50-50 in a relationship, in a marriage. Mm-hmm. There's just covering each other. And I thought it was very interesting that it's like, you know what? Today I'm at a 60. It's like, okay, I'll give you the 40. Like, I'll let you walk with the 40 because I'm at a 60. All right. I'm at a 20, but no, I'm at a 20. So then we have to meet and talk about how we have to be kind to each other because basically, like, you're both at wit's end. I thought that was a really good concept. It
is very good. But what I learned from listening to her is, number one, for your relationship to work, you have to be good at math. If he say I'm at a 20 and you like 30, 45. That makes 100. No, 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 it don't. No, it don't. We're not gonna have. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So I learned that you got to be good at math if you want to. Not math with an F. Math. Got to be good at. I'm just saying. You got to be good at math. No, seriously though, I liked it. I liked the concept, and that's what I liked the most about it. Is she said that when the two don't add and make 100, that we have to sit down and figure out where this extra initiative is going is going to come from. Like, what are we going to do? And I think that's important. The clip to me really hits because there are a couple things that you hear when it comes to relationships. You hear people saying, you know,
50-50.
It's 50-50. You hear it all the time. And then I've heard, no, it's two people. And I used to talk like this. It's two people at 100 that then come together. Because when those two people are at 100, then, you know, all the bases are covered and you cool. You can come together and have a fully functioning relationship. I've come to find out, first of all, ain't no such thing as being at 100.
No, I mean, that's a good myth that people say is, well, you have to be whole. You have to be a whole person first before you can step into a relationship. And I get where they're coming from. Mm-hmm. Like, you want to be healed, but you'll never be 100% like a whole person. And
what do you think that derived from?
I don't know.
I got some ideas. Not really. I do.
He doesn't.
No, I do. I think I got some ideas. I think that, like you said, people haven't healed yet. So I think maybe that 100% thing comes from there, is that you have to be fully aware of who you are and what it is that you want in a relationship. The only problem with that is what you want now. Trust me.
You're not going to want it.
You're not going to want it later.
3 years from now.
You're not going to want it later. Your wants and, more importantly, your needs are going to change. They're going to fluctuate. They're going to differ down through the years. And we're just not equipped to know what that's going to be 7 years from now, 2 years, tomorrow. We're not. We just don't know, what we're going to need. So I think it derives from that. I also think that it derives from this. Needing that other person to complete you. That's the biggest sham I've ever heard in my life, is you complete me. What?
But
No.
Technically, that is what this person was saying.
Nope.
Or no, they're not really saying complete. They're saying, like, I need you to put up because I'm lacking here.
Right.
Okay.
So you compliment me. We work this out together. I think it's too much to put on another person to say you complete me, because now this person has to be everything that you need them to be at all times, or they're not complete. But how is that fair to put that on your partner, your spouse, to say, I need you to at all times be the piece of me that's missing so that I could be complete? That's not right.
It's like a whole other episode of this right there.
That's not right. Yeah. You're putting a lot on that individual. And I think that a lot of people today, right, I think a lot of people today are scared to actually commit because they're waiting for that other person to be the parts of them that need to be filled, when you should be trying to figure out what's lacking in you and why. And catch this, a lot of times what's lacking in you is just going to be lacking in you. If I could get spiritual for a second. Y'all see her face when I said that? But if I could get spiritual for a second, Paul prayed 3 times for the thorn to be removed. And God said, my grace is sufficient. That tells me that some of us are going to be incomplete as we walk through this life, but his grace is what completes you. Not another person, not a situation, not something that can fill that need, but it's his grace that completes you, and it's grace that gets you through your marriage. So, I'm sorry. Back to these numbers. You got to be a mathematician. Let's throw it up. I got 45 today. What you got?
55.
See what I'm talking about? see what I'm talking about? I'm out here by myself. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
But that's not what she said. She said you both can be at 80 or you both can be at. But if it doesn't equal at least 100, then we're And I get it because when she was describing it, I was picturing days where it's like work is crazy. I'm not finishing projects for my customers. We haven't recorded an episode for the podcast. Stuff going on with the kids, staying up late, doing homework, didn't cook dinner, didn't get to come home at lunch and prep dinner. Like, it's just, and then it's just like, oh my gosh. And then, what else did she say? She was like, like if you have, which we covered this last week, we were talking about the traditional vows cover everything, because if you have a parent that's ill or you find out about something that's going on with your child and it's like, oh my gosh, that's something else for me to think about, for me to plan on, for me to worry about or pray about. And that draws your attention away from the marriage and considering the other person. Like, you're just focused on all this stuff that is going on inside of you, that you're not thinking about how it could impact everyone else. And so I think it's very important. Like, the best thing that I heard out of the whole clip was just okay, we got to sit down and talk about how we're going to maneuver around this to allow space for each other to get back to 100.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Let me tell you what really sticks out to me about the clip is that these are two people who have a full understanding of who they are and what they're capable of. And they have the foresight, I guess, or just what's the word I'm looking for? They have something in them that says, let me gauge what I'm gonna be able to deal with today. I don't do that. This me. I don't do that. I would say she don't. I ain't gonna talk about her. She can talk about herself. I don't I don't do that. Your faces are killing me today. I love it. I don't do that because as a man, I like to feel like I can handle everything. So when I wake up in the morning and I feel 20%, today I woke up and took my butt to the gym anyway. I felt like 30%. I wasn't there. This was a terrible workout this morning. I was just it should have been a rest day probably, but I pushed anyway because in my mind, if I don't push, I fail. And if I don't push,
Don't kill me like that.
I do. If I don't push, to me, I fail. And that's like the mentality of some men. I can't talk for everybody, but for me as a man, if I don't push, I fail. And what I need to do is be able to do what she said her and her husband do, and be like, yo, I'm at 20 today. I'm at 14%. I'm at 14. What you got?
That's a danger zone.
What you got? I'm at 14.
Literally at this moment, I got it solid like 7.
No. Make up the 100. I'm at 14. What you got?
What?
I'm checking your math skills. 14 plus what is 100?
86.
It took you. You thought you think you slick. She was making faces trying to get some time. That's what that was.
I have my phone. I can pull my calculator out. I am not ashamed.
32.
What's wrong with you?
I gotta make sure you're ready. But you do. So let me. I'm sorry. I'm finished my thought. So as a man, I honestly feel like if I don't push, I fail. So I need to work on, and this is me being real. I need to work on being realistic with my day. Because I know when I'm just about halfway through, it's gonna be a wrap for me. A lot of us know what we're gonna be able to handle throughout the day. We're just not being real. I think if I start being real, then I can be realistic about how much I can handle today. And then the next part of that is being able to communicate that with you and say, hey, today I need you to make it up for me. I ain't gonna be able to be the man today. You gotta change your britches.
I don't think that's what that means.
You're right.
I don't think that's what it means. And I think at some some stages, like, we may not give numbers, but at some stages, like, we do say that. Like, you could tell I've got too much on my plate, and you're like, you know what, I'll pick up something for dinner. Or, you know what, no, I don't mind that you go relax and take a long shower or a long bath, and I'll get all the clothes together. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we do that part
Absolutely.
well, but just the... And here's why I think that I do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it just depends on what it's about. Like, I'll be like, not right now. Like, especially if we've had, like, a big disagreement, or if the kids are going crazy and you're like, but Sharonda, and I'm just like, nope, I need a minute.
Well, okay, but okay, you do it, but you don't do it as a
Preventative measure.
right.
Yeah.
You do it as a I done hit the wall. I'm finished.
Yeah.
You're going to have to figure it out on your own. And you'll like shut down completely. And I'm like, Lord, what did I do? What did I do, Lord? So yeah, you're good at it, but it's when it has to happen.
It's a reaction.
When do we get preventative with it?
Preventative.
And that's what it sounds like. That's what I'm getting from that clip, is that they are preventative. They are looking ahead, and they saying today we're going to need to have each other's back, because we ain't got it. It ain't there. It ain't there. This is good. So do you think what steps? Okay, let's make it actionable. Let's make it actionable. What steps do you think one could take?
Yeah, what steps do you think one could take
to get it to where?
How should we implement this?
Okay. I think one way that we can implement it is when we start our day, we have that conversation. We could go over, because I need help. I'm good for this. I'll literally ask her to remind me of something I need to do in an hour. Like, I can't just remember in an hour. I can't ask old girl in my phone. I don't want to say the name, because then it'll trigger it. You know what I'm talking about. Who I'm talking about. This sounds...
You better spell it or something,
This
sir.
sounds terrible. This sounds the digital assistant for Apple.
Clear that up. Thank you.
That sounds terrible. Oh, girl. This supposed to be until forever. What you mean? But yeah, so the digital assistant for Apple. I could just say, and a lot of times I do that, but I'll do that in a second. Hey, can you remind me to do such and such? Not thinking that she's got 30 things she's trying to remember to do herself, because her day-to-day is probably crazier than mine. I'm probably more mobile, having a lot of stuff going on with my job and stuff that I'm doing, but the amount of stuff that she'll have stacked up on her desk that she has to do, or in her email that she has to check and go through, like she's pretty busy. So I don't think it's fair for me to...
Thank you for that, because it doesn't seem like you think about that at all.
Just thought about it today. Just right now. It's my first time. It's my first time thinking maybe this is something,
Maybe you could write it down somewhere.
Oh, you made sure this was thick, huh? Okay, it's your turn. That's what I'm going to do. Is use Apple's digital assistant more than just assuming you've got the time to shoulder my burdens.
Gotcha.
So what about, how are you going to... Need to think about it?
I do.
Lord, this ain't fair. You got about 5 minutes to come up with something.
What?
You got about 5 minutes to come up with something. That's not right. I got something. What's yours going to be? How are you going to be my 80 when I'm at 20? Boy, this preaching, though. How you going to be my 37?
Yours wasn't really that. Yours was about reminding you of things.
When I'm at 63.
Do you have a particular area where you desire assistance? Or...
What are we talking about? She know how I'm thinking. She know how I am. She shouldn't be leaving the door open. That's... I'ma leave the... How it go?
What?
How the song go?
I don't know what song you're trying to sing.
That Bruno Mars song.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna leave the door. Is that what he said? I'm gonna leave the door open. He's leaving something open, and when I'm saying you leaving stuff open so I
I'm
can.
gonna leave the door open.
That's what I thought. You're trying to tell me. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ooh,
I thought we was, thought we was vibing. She probably gonna want to do a TikTok after this over, where we gonna have to do that.
Not gonna want to do that.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you. But if you could tell me what
You're a merciful
is.
God. I knew you was. I knew you. You know God did something for you when you do this.
Oh my goodness.
You ain't got no words.
You don't have anything. That's cool.
You just pour
I'm
in.
already at the 80. It's good.
You at the what?
I'm already at the 80 for you. Right?
What you trying to say? You can't think
Because you
about
don't
it.
have nothing.
I'm at about 12 right now, so I need you to be
Why
at
are
88.
you at 12?
Because I need you to be 88.
Why are you at 12?
Because, Lord, it's been a long day.
What's happening?
I got a lot on my shoulders. I've been through the storm and the
Oh
rain.
my goodness. You have nothing to say.
I'm just saying, all I know
Nothing to say.
is, okay, so together, if we are making a conscious effort to be aware of each other's mental state at the beginning of the day, so that we can accurately
I didn't see it like that. I saw it as
mental state. I see what
just
you're
your
saying.
your emotional and mental bandwidth
Just where you at.
for other things to be added to you.
Fact. I get that. I
didn't see it as this is a new day. Where am I at today? I see it as hey, don't forget we've got this, and this on the calendar. You know what? Right now, I'm at 30, and this is not gonna work.
I get that, and if we're being honest,
A daily recap isn't gonna work for our schedule anyway.
No, but I'm honest. I'm gonna be real. No, okay, keep it up. Keep it up. I'll start singing again.
Sing for the people.
So I almost did it. I said rise above. That's what in my spirit I said rise above. So here's the thing. I think that, man, I'm finna give you a whole lot of props. In our day to day, it's probably 70-30 of available cash. So like if it's flipped. No, real talk. If it's like, so I think on a regular basis you're probably at a 30 and I'm probably at a 70 of what's available. Like if we're looking at what all we have to do on a day-to-day basis, you probably have more stuff going on. I'm definitely in the morning. It's just a lot happening. I'm on it. I'm busy. But when my day ends at work, I get home. Gee, it's a wrap. You can't tell me nothing. I'm in my recliner. My feet are up. I may not even close the blinds. Like it may just be it for me tonight. And I tell you, I try. In my head, I'm thinking I'm gonna do something to help. I really am. And I have great intentions. But while I'm having great intentions, I will sit there with I ain't gonna show y'all, but I'll sit there with my pretend like these are my feet. I'll sit there like this, wiggling my toes, and I'll watch Sharonda going back and forth, getting clothes together for tomorrow, changing the laundry around, washing the dishes and cleaning the kitchen from the gigantic mess that the kids have made in less than 5 minutes. That's amazing. Somebody need to research that. How do kids dirty stuff so fast? It's insane. Sharonda, it'd be seconds and all this stuff everywhere. How do they do it? Be on the walls, the floor. Y'all didn't even eat up there. Why does it look like? Okay, I'm sorry. I had a moment. So she does. She's like, she's everywhere. G. My feet are just up and I'm relaxed. And I think that's a moment when we could have a conversation and she could say, I got A, B, and C in my head that needs to be done. And you ungrateful such as she might say it like that. But but I could use I could use some numbers at this time if you don't mind helping me out. I don't, and here's where I need to get better. I see her and I know she needs. I could do something. I just don't know what to do because if I fold clothes, she'll refold them because they not folded right. If I wash dishes, she will rewash them because they're not washed right. If I somebody hear me this evening, if I pick out clothes for the kids to wear on tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on tomorrow, she will pick out something different because they not the clothes that she envisioned.
It's just, you put out a white shirt for Kirsten, and I knew that it was going to be an active day, so I took the white shirt and put it back.
See, and the shirt I picked.
It's a brand new white shirt, and you know, you try to keep the new white shirts white as long as possible.
But I was thinking new clothes. She want the new stuff, so let me grab this. And I popped the tag off. I said,
I gave her a new shirt.
but it was pink, and she's not too fond of pink. So I'm like, she'll like this white one. This will be
Excuse
cool.
me.
But so sometimes, explain yourself. I'm ready.
What?
I just want to hear it. What can I do? That's why I wait. Let me put it like that. That's why I wait to see how she would like me to assist her. Because the last thing I'm going to do is something that's going to get redone. Hello.
Goodbye. What in the world? I don't know. Because when I want help, I ask for it. I feel like. I don't know. I feel better.
Maybe that works for us. And maybe this is just her thorn. That she's got.
I'm a perfectionist. And so even the kids, like, I'll be like, sweep the floor, wipe the table down. And eventually I'm looking at it and I'm just like, you guys aren't even doing this right. So.
She'll start doing it. She'll start doing it. Okay. Well, this has been fun, guys. I love.
I don't know. What do you guys think about the concept?
Yes.
Communicate with us. Let us know.
Please.
What you think about it. Is it something that you have to grow to do as you're in a relationship with each other? Because there's no way you think about doing something like this out the gate.
No.
Like, this comes from, like, being crazy and nuts on each other and being like, oh, I'm sorry about that because I had this, and this going on, and that's why I blurted out like that.
And do you think this could work for everybody? Or is there a variation?
I think it could work in a workplace.
Ooh. You think at the beginning of the day, everybody comes to the board and add their percentages?
I think it could work in a workplace. Like, if people really understood what their coworkers or teammates had going on, and not just the one thing that they are waiting on them to do, but if they realize all the other stuff, like you see it from a different perspective, so you allow more grace.
That's nice. But knowing me, it's 10 of y'all in here. We're not even at 50%. Something gonna have to happen.
And that's the other thing. It will reveal where other people have some give on what they can contribute.
I feel it. Okay.
So I think it could work even in the business world. Maybe that's where the concept came from. I don't know.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of
Until Forever.
Y'all think she being nice. Really, she probably is going to ask me to wash the dishes after this.
I'm not. Somebody has to iron the clothes. What are you doing? Corey?
Stop. Why you do that? I was asleep. All right. Thank you guys for joining us.
See you next week.
I wasn't finished.
Sorry.
For another episode of Until Forever. I was trying to give 100. That's episode right there. What happens when you try to give 100 and she try to give 100? Because 200 is too much, baby. You can't have 200. You overdoing it. Then you get burnt out. Then what you gonna do? I'll probably cut that out.